the number 84 Pro Stock. And Jamie, glad to have you. You missed the first 2 weeks. Where you been? Tell us about it.
I did. We didn't have a car. One from Jeff wasn't in yet, wasn't done. So luckily, Scott Chubbuck found this one from Scott Mulkern. And it's been a rocket ship, and hopefully we'll be able to do that in the race. So yeah, we'll see if it has some speed, and yeah, we'll see how it turns out.
All right, so you were showing some pretty good speed in practice?
Yeah, I think so. I think got it down high 14s. So had old tires in the first practice, and I have no clue how old they were, but they were pretty worn out. So put the new ones on and picked up probably about a half second. So I'm happy with that, and just see how it goes in the race.
All right, so do you have history with Scott Mulkern? I'm just curious of why you run the number, and now you say you got an old car from him.
I've never met Scott Mulkern in my life. So the reason I got 84 is my first car was a 84 Monte Carlo SS, and
Your first street car when you were like 16 years old?
bought it when I was 14.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And I put that thing through what no car should ever go through. But yeah, it all started out like a joke, and when I was working at Burt's when I was in high school, hey, is it an 84? And you know, when it came time to race, I automatically knew what number it would be.
Yeah. So what happened to that car? Where'd she end up?
I started in the 4-cylinder Pro Stocks, and
No, I meant your street car, your Camaro.
Oh,
You turned that into a race car?
no, I still got it. I figured I should probably park it before, while I mature and don't drive like a idiot on the street. So it's sitting there waiting for me when I'm a little bit older and more mature.
Oh, there you go. So it's still roadworthy?
I wouldn't say that.
Wouldn't take much to get it back on?
No, put a carburetor on it and a hood, and yeah, I think she'd take a sticker. Maybe 2 rear tires.
Yep, there you go. I remember my old days of racing. I actually had 302 in my Ford Ranger, and we blew up our 351 in our race car and had to take the motor out of my street truck, my Ranger. And you know, when it comes to racing, you kind of think more about the race car, and you got to worry about Monday after that, but you don't think about that in the moment.
Yeah, you don't think about that at all. Yeah, I'll go steal this for the race, and then you get all done with the race, and like, wait a minute, how am I getting to work tomorrow or Monday?
Yeah, Mondays. They stink.
Oh yeah, they do.
What do you do for a full-time job?
I'm an electrician with Bath Electrical Service.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
All right. Well, you happy to be back in it? Again, missed the first 2 weeks, and we're happy to have you. We hope you're happy to be back.
I am so happy to be back. I came over opening day just to watch, and that got the itches going. I probably shouldn't have come over without a car, but yeah, it's been way too long being out of the car. 2 races doesn't sound like that much, but when you're not in one, it is.
Well, it's 2 races, but 4 weeks at least. So.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm just glad to be here. Sucks that we missed some time, but now we have a good car, and just really happy to be here.
So, do you still have a car in the works with Jeff? You talking about Jeff Taylor?
Yep. I have a car in the works. Just everything was chaotic there. So backed up, so busy. I was working 7 days a week. Just couldn't get it done. So we told him just to build it, but take your time with it. So we got a car, and then hopefully at some point we'll have 2 cars, and you know, more cars is better.
Yep. All right, cool. Jamie Wright, good luck today.
All right, thank you.
Have fun.
Our heat race action.
Let's go racing at Wiscasset Speedway. And a solid start by both front runners, still just about dead even down the back chute. Joey Peasley putting up a good fight with Steve Chicoine to his high side. What a good show for Heat 1 for the Pro Stocks. And a solid run for Joey Peasley. We have yet to see him manage to stay up front like this, and look at him start to pull away. And Josh St. Clair from deep in the field has already managed to make it up to third, and he's going to give chase to Chicoine. And now your top three checking out from the field. The rest of the field is led by the 88 of David Getchell, but Josh St. Clair to the high side of Chicoine. St. Clair unable to manage the high groove, pulls it back in behind the rear bumper of the 01. What is he gonna do to make a move on second? We've got 5 to go. Getchell and Calver in the 07 make up your top 5, but the battle to watch is for second with Chicoine and Josh St. Clair. So far, St. Clair's Mr. Nice Guy, not pushing the situation down low. He's going to try the top once again with a little bit more success this time. But look at Joey Peasley having the run of his career. He's going to get 2 to go this time. Can he fend off St. Clair? Look at this one, folks. I don't know about you guys, but I am rooting for him. I'd love to see Joey get a heat race win. White flags in the air. Just about nose to nose out of turn 2. St. Clair with the advantage into 3. They're coming to the checkered, and it looks like it's going to be St. Clair with a last lap pass. And it is a slow dance for Fowler and Chubbuck right off the bat. Hinckley was getting a little antsy and kind of stuck a nose in there 3 wide, but everything is working out, and we got lap number 1 in the books. Hinckley was the most antsy on that restart, but he's getting shuffled backwards, just barely hanging on to the top 5 now as Brandon Fowler is starting to check out in the 72. Side by side, it's Scott Chubbuck desperately trying to hang on to second, but Logan Melcher is looking stout on the bottom. And stacking up behind them, it's Kevin Douglas, your first 2 rounds of Pro Stock feature winners in that 18, with Hinckley still trying to hang on to the top outside of Douglas. And these Pro Stock heat races have had some surprising runs here, Ken. Brandon Fowler, again, having the run of his career. He's checking out. At the halfway point, it's all Brandon Fowler in the 72.
Yeah, looks like Scott Chubbuck's going to tap out of this one. He shuffles back to the outside, and all of a sudden, the 18 of Kevin Douglas is back in the picture.
And as we said, the first 2 weeks of Pro Stock action was won by Kevin Douglas in that 18. He's made his way up to second. And now 2.5 laps to go. Douglas is quickly reeling in your leader, Brandon Fowler. We've got another barn burner for Pro Stock heats. 2 to go. Will we have another last lap pass? Brandon Fowler trying to hang on to his first Pro Stock heat race win, but he's going to give up the bottom groove. He's going to let Kevin Douglas go by. And it's all Kevin Douglas now. Brandon Fowler is going to tap out for second, and Logan Melcher trying to hang on to a solid top 3. Checkered flag waves for Douglas.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our drivers are here for tonight's Spotlight feature. It's for the Norm's Used Cars Pro Stock. And now your starting lineup. Starting in the 13th position, making his season debut in the number 84 out of Woolwich, welcome Jamie Wright. Last year's division runner-up is off to a hot start. He's already 2 for 2 with wins here in 2022. In the number 18 out of Sydney, welcome Kevin Douglas. Right there with him every time. He is a 2-time Pro Stock champion. In the number 15 out of Wiscasset, welcome Nick Hinckley. Starting in the 10th position is a former Driver of the Year. In the number 41 out of Fayette, welcome Logan Melcher. In the 9th starting position is a 5-time Pro Stock champion here at Wiscasset Speedway. In the number 15C out of Bowdoin, welcome Scott Chabak. Starting 8th is a cat who's doing double duty late models and Pro Stocks this year. In the number 72 out of Rome, welcome Brandon Fowler. To his inside on row number 4, starting 7th. In the number 80 car out of Montville, welcome Joe Harriman. To row number 3 on the outside, starting in the 6th position. In the number 02 out of North Anson, welcome Shane Lane. Next up, starting in the 5th position, is a rookie in the number 07 out of Steep Falls, welcome Nick Calvert. On row number 2 to the outside, starting in 4th. In car number 88 from Cornville, welcome David Getchell. To his inside, starting in the 3rd position. In the number 01 out of Windsor, welcome Stephen Chicoine. And to the front row, in the number 17, he'll start on the outside. Out of Jefferson, welcome Joey Peasley. And a tall order for the class as the reigning champ starts at the pole position. In car number 14 out of Liberty, welcome Josh St. Clair. Folks, that's your starting lineup. Let's get our drivers strapped in and ready to race.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event.
Turn in. St. Clair and Peasley get the green. Hammer down into turn 1 and 2. St. Clair shakes off the early challenge. Now Chicoine and Peasley will duke it out for second. Getchell's right there in fourth. Stephen Chicoine moves up into second. Peasley trying to hang on to third. Little advantage outside of David Getchell. Getchell in fourth, hounding that 17 car. Peasley settles it down in front. Getchell right there in his tire tracks in fourth. Side by side for fifth with Nick Calvert and Shane Lane. The 07 and the 02 wheel to wheel. Lot of traffic in behind that rookie in the number 07. He's earning his stripes this afternoon. Harriman in the 80 waits along with Shane Lane in the 02. Calvert comes out in the clear now for fifth place all to himself. In the meantime, Josh St. Clair using that advantage and jumping out to a big lead. Hinckley and Douglas, all they can do is wait. They are locked into traffic and nowhere to go. Joe Harriman in the 80 car, a little bit of an advantage on that inside lane. Shane Lane drifting back a little bit. Chabuk comes up. Now Hinckley. Scott Chabuk's got a real bad push in that 15C in this back there in the 7th position. But Chabuk's going to go for it on the outside of Joe Harriman. Josh St. Clair's got a 2.5 lead already over Stephen Chicoine. Harriman goes around on the front stretch. And that'll bring out the first caution just as he gets it fired up. Ready to bunch him up and go at it again. St. Clair and Chicoine this time. Green flag. Peasley caught the curbing a little bit that time in the restart, but hang on to it. And he's going for second on the inside of Chicoine. Josh St. Clair shakes off the challenge again. It's St. Clair, Chicoine, and Peasley, 1, 2, and 3. Getchell fourth, and some side-by-side racing behind him. Oh, Calvert stuck it deep into turn one and almost collects Hinckley. Outside looking into the top 5. Good start again for St. Clair. Peasley and Chicoine will resume their battle for second and third. Getchell got out of the gas a little bit in the 88. And Douglas gets caught in behind. Douglas has lost 3 spots, now 4 as Hinckley screams by the 15. Douglas goes from 5th. Douglas went from 5th back to 9th. And Shane Lane spins the number 02. Looks like there might have been some lights contact on the pace car, ready to go back at it now. St. Clair and Chicoine, third try. Little closer start this time. St. Clair shakes off the challenge. And again, it's Peasley and Chicoine going for second. Jamie Wright up the inside lane. Wright is now into the 4th position. Scott Chabuk hung up on the outside. Nick Hinckley's going to try to keep him out there. Hinckley ready to crack the top 5 and the number 15 on the inside. Don't count out the 18. Kevin Douglas has found a fast lane there he likes on the inside. Follows Hinckley now up into 6th. Chabuk, he's been struggling. He's back to 7th. And Douglas doesn't want to waste any time. Sets up the 18 on the outside lane. Pulls up alongside Hinckley and quickly goes by him. Oh, Jamie Peasley nearly moved up into the top groove. They're looking at 3 wide down into turn 3. Jamie Wright wisely backs out of it. Douglas still flying high on the outside. Oh, I think that pink flag's coming out for Joey Peasley in the number 17. Kevin Douglas is now up into third. Jamie Wright, it all shuffles out. He's in fourth. Nick Hinckley fifth. In the meantime, Josh St. Clair half straightaway lead, about 1.8 second over Stephen Chicoine. Douglas has caught the rear end of the number 01 and puts the pressure on, peeks to the inside into turn 3. Chicoine keeps that side covered up. Still not quite to halfway. A lot of time here in this Pro Stock feature. Again, Douglas trying to make that outside lane work. Pulls up alongside the 01. Has a good head of steam down into turn 3. Kevin Douglas moves into second. We'll hit the halfway marker. 25 down, 25 to go. Last year's top 2 ready to go at it. Let's see if Douglas can start eating into that lead. Josh St. Clair has got a 2-second advantage. Chicoine still strong in the third spot. Already, Douglas knocks off 2/10. Got a good battle still for 4th and 5th. Jamie Wright in the 84. Nick Hinckley in the 15. They're going wheel to wheel for 4th and 5th. Kevin Douglas has been knocking off about a 10th a lap. Knocks off 2/10 that time by. The interval down to 1.3 seconds. Still a good battle for 4th and 5th. Nick Hinckley finally outmuscles Jamie Wright. Wright gives him a shove into turn 4. Lap car Joe Harriman will get the passing flag from assistant starter Larry Arsenault. The lead is down to just over a second. Kevin Douglas has knocked a full second off that lead. He is closing in quickly on the number 14. Does the champ save anything? Does he have anything left in the tank to try to hold off the challenge? Scott Chubbuck is going to drop out early. He's been fighting that car all day long. Last year, Josh St. Clair had 4 feature wins. Kevin Douglas had 4 feature wins. Nick Hinckley had 4 feature wins. And a tight point battle all the way down to the end of the season. Douglas ended up losing the title by just 2 points to St. Clair. And now he is within a car length. Looking a straightaway back, Stephen Chicoine still solid in third, but Nick Hinckley beginning to close up that gap a little bit. This is where 10 extra laps is going to pay dividends for somebody. We are about to go into bonus time. 10 laps to go. Trouble in turn one. Joey Peasley and David Getchell tangle. 11 laps to go to get this one done. Pace car takes the turn in. Here we go. Josh has been really strong on these restarts. Quickly shakes off Kevin Douglas. Douglas will settle it down into second right in his tire tracks. And he starts to apply the pressure. Steven Chicoine racing with third place with Nick Hinckley right behind him. Hinckley might look inside this time. We are into bonus time. Josh St. Clair. Josh knows what the game is. He's got to keep that inside lane covered up and make Douglas beat him around the outside. So watch the 14 hog that curb. Chicoine still in comfortable third position. Hinckley hasn't made a move yet. Douglas peeking to the outside now. They'll have 5 laps to go this time by. Douglas trying to set him up on the outside. Here we go. Again, Douglas strong on the outside, but loses a little momentum coming out of turn 4. Hinckley setting up shop on the outside of Chicoine for third. Steven Chicoine using up a lot of racetrack to try to hold off Nick Hinckley. 2 laps to go this time by. Jamie Wright will get a try at that third spot. Hinckley coming back as well. White flag set to fly this time. Douglas, trouble in 4 again. Slips a little bit, loses a little momentum. Douglas looks low as they get to turn number 3. Oh, St. Clair wheels it out of the turn 4 and takes the win. Douglas takes second and the 3-car scramble to the line for third. What a finish. All right, we'll roll it into victory lane. He knows where the number 1 spot is. This is only his 5th win of the season here. And here he is hopping out. Did you have to, Josh, did we have to peel your fingers off the steering wheel after that one?
Oh man, watching him come in was terrible. All them restarts. I just wished I could get green to checkers and get away, but after bringing it home in a basket last time out, a week at the shop getting a clip and a whole bunch of work, thanks to Jeff Taylor. He slipped me in and got me back together pretty dang fast. So big thanks to him, Ed Libby at the work store for getting me my wrap as soon as I called. M&S Paint, Duval's, DNC Electric, Wentworth Family Grocery, Dave's World, and these guys over here that wanted this one probably as bad as me, if not more.
Now, talk us through that long green flag run, because you had a good 2-second lead, looked like you were cruising. What were they telling you as he was getting closer?
Well, as he was coming, my unbelievably great spotter over here was telling me my lap time versus his, and it was kind of depressing. But he was coming, and he was quicker, there's no doubt about it. But I had the position, and I wanted this one worse than most. So.
All right, congratulations once again. First Pro Stock win of the season, win number 5 overall this year for Josh St. Clair. Kevin Douglas, Boy, an eventful race for you. Turn around here so the folks can see you. Again, kind of like I did with him. Talk us through that long green flag run. What was your brother Jeremy telling you in the radio?
Well, he was just letting me know that I was a little bit quicker, a tenth or two, and I was just trying to catch him and reel him in. But I mean, the car was really free. I tried on the outside of him for I don't know how many laps there, and I just couldn't make it stick.
Yeah, it looked like turn 4 was your biggest issue.
Yeah, it was tight getting in and loose off, and I mean that's a hard thing to deal with. And I think I used pit road more than I ever have. So, and then he backed that last corner way up. I got in the back of him, but I mean if everybody could see, I mean I jammed on the brakes to not cross the line first. Like I'm not going to win it like that. So congrats to him. That's just the way it should be.
Yeah, and that's what a driver of the year is all about here, Wiscasset. Both of you guys handled that greatly, and I appreciate it. But we know that, well, hey, 2 wins in a row to start the season. Second ain't bad.
Yeah, no, I'll take second. I mean, Josh was just a little bit better, and it's hard when we're so close, when you get to each other, it's hard to make a move because you got to be a little bit quicker, and you just hope, something happens. But it didn't work out for us, but second's great. I do have to thank all my sponsors. I didn't get a chance to thank them last time. Old Mill Pub, John Sullivan's, TJ's Place in Monmouth, Jordan Lumber, Ray Haskell, 1890 Primitive, Strictly Roofing, JR Fabrication, and Alakwa Lounge.
All right. Congratulations, Kevin Douglas bringing it home in second. And Stephen Chicoine is over here talking to some fans. And Stephen, first visit up here to Wiscasset Speedway's Victory Lane. And you've been working on getting more speed out of this car every week. The speed was definitely there. Used up a bit of track to get yourself here, but I imagine you'll take this third place finish.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be up here with these guys. There's a lot of talent up here right now, and I know I used up Pink a little bit. I overdrove it and went up the track a little bit. I'll apologize to him, but I really got to thank all my sponsors, HF Motorsports and the Hutchison family, Truigi and Baldacci, Androscoggin Bank, Foreshore Insurance Brokers, Knowles Development, Paul White Company, Foreshore Insurance Brokers. I think I said them. Distance Racing Products. Got to thank everyone in the crew that's here today. Really appreciate it. This first podium here, so it's pretty exciting. And thanks to all my crew again, and really appreciate that. And
all right.
This one's for the man upstairs, my old man. So wish he could be here, but he was watching.
Absolutely. Great to have you back. Stephen Chicoine bringing it home in third. Kevin Douglas second. And Josh St. Clair, your winner tonight in the Norm's Used Cars Pro Stocks.